Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth. It's Rod with Pow Group, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today is Friday, November 7th. Hope you're doing well, and in this video, we're going to be discussing Filecoin. I'm super bullish on this project long term, and it rocketed over 200% in just the last few days. And I was able to scoop it up at $1. That felt pretty surreal, and we're going to take a look at the technicals. I'll give my thoughts and opinions on the price action, what to expect in the days, weeks, months ahead. But we're really starting to see alt season pick up. And full disclosure, I do own Filecoin. Like I said, relishing the times where I was able to pick it up at $1. And we're really starting to see things pop off. Look at Zcash and look at a few other ICP and a few other names as well. But I think we're very much into alt season. We're starting to see, really kind of, I would say we're in the second inning, if you will, of alt season. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos. And follow us over on X as well, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. And again, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Before we get to it, I want to thank the sponsor as well of this video, and that is Tangem. I've got 3 of these wallets. I have the 2 of the 3 card sets and the Tangem ring. I can't say enough good things about it. You can use code POW and get 10% off. Very, very cheap as well. Help support the channel. And they're actually still doing the 15% off the ring. So if you do 15 off ring, you can combine it with POW, code POW, and get 10% off. There'll be links for this in the description, in the comment section. You can get into self-custody. As they say, not your keys, not your crypto. You can get the ring and free shipping, which I just noticed, only $112 US. So you get the ring and the two cards. So it's absolutely amazing. Make sure to take advantage of that and take your security seriously, and just be very careful these days. When the prices start to go up like this is when all of the scammers come out in full force. So we did have a 4-hour bull flag on Filecoins. We had our low, we had our high of the bounce, brief higher low and consolidation, and then you just take your measured move there from the low to the high, move it out, and you can see here that we were targeting just over $3. And then I mentioned yesterday that we were more than likely going to see more upside and a daily higher high again today, and sustained upside, because we still had the EMA 12 and 26 bull cross that was looking to occur here on the daily time frame. That was yesterday. It still hadn't occurred yet, so that was leading me to believe that we could see even more upside from here. And with everything this beaten down, I suspected that it was more than likely going to be a massive bounce. And another clue was the monthly time frame. Look at the monthly time frame. We hadn't really bounced on the monthly since all the way back up at $8.50. That was back in December of 2024. So we're essentially going a whole year, 11 months without a monthly bounce. Something similar happened on Tilray, another stock that we follow. And I said, folks, this has been 12 months in a row now that this pattern has gone. We haven't bounced in over 12 months on the monthly time frame. All that means is when you're bouncing, you're just breaking the high of the previous candle. So this is the monthly, so it's the monthly bounce. If it was the weekly time frame, it'd be the weekly bounce. And then even if you just entered on that monthly bounce, the high of the previous monthly candle breaking, that was an upside of around 431%. So we can bring over here to Filecoin, and it's a similar kind of setup here where you're just bleeding out for, and like it's so destroyed. You got to really expand this chart here. But you can see here 11 months where we didn't start the monthly bounce. So as soon as we broke the high of last month there at 244, that was go time. And even if you just entered on that signal alone, you'd be up 60%. But off of the low of this month to the high of the month, we're up 183%. So yeah, just in a few short weeks, we're up about 200%. You can see here off of the low to the high there, you're just at about 200%. And then we also had a bullish triple thunder crossover. That's when the POW algo alerts, when all 3 of these things happen simultaneously. So when the price gets above the 10-week moving average, you see a stochastic and a MACD on the weekly bull cross as well. Then you get the alert fired off. That's a super bullish indicator and alert in my opinion. And then we were also well below all of our weekly moving averages. We could be due for a 50 and a 200 weekly moving average bull cross, which would be the first in history. And look at ZEC, so Zcash. It just had a similar move where the 50 crossed over the 200 and absolute explosion. Same thing happened on XRP with a 50 and the 200 weekly moving average crossed, absolutely exploded. So if we see something similar on Filecoin, oh dear, we could easily be back up around that 20 to 30 buck area in a hurry. This thing could easily go back. When this thing wants to go, it can really go. And we're also gearing up for a golden cross, which is when the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average cross. So like I said, I'm very bullish. I've been adding to this name, and I actually added a couple of days ago. And like I said, we hit a low of 130, 129, 127, 129. And I think I was able to get it somewhere around 150. And just over the last couple of days, that position that I added is up like 150%. So I'm not selling it anytime soon. Like I said, when in doubt, zoom out and look at the monthly time frame. We just started the monthly bounce, folks. Like there's so much room to go. This is the record monthly volume already, and we still have 23 days left of this month, folks. That is absolutely insane. And you can see here the all-time high is at $2.37. So I'm holding for a very long time. Like I'll have to maybe do an exit plan video on this one, similar to how I've done in the past for XRP and a few other assets. But yeah, I'm not selling it anytime soon. This is going to be at least a 50x bagger for me, maybe even a 100x that I'm looking to do, right? I'm not here, like I said, I'm not here for, like, that's why I don't really like tech stocks. That's why I don't really like a lot of the traditional investments that people are looking at, because look at Amazon. Like, what is it up? Like 60%, 70% in the last year? Like who really cares? I'm here for the life-changing wealth. And, in terms of crypto alts, there's so much potential here. It's not even funny. And just imagine if this thing goes from $1 all the way back up to all-time highs, that's 140x, $1,000 investment into $140,000. And the most you can lose is $1,000. I'll take that bet all day long. And I've got a lot more into Filecoin at a lot more than $1,000. And I was looking just a few days ago, and I was down like 50% on my Filecoin. And today I was up, last time I checked, I was up like 11%. So I'm in the green now. My average is somewhere around that I think it was like 330, 320 area. But yeah, the last time I checked, it turned from negative 50 a few days ago to plus 11% on that position. And essentially it's decentralized file storage. So I think this is going to be a clear winner. And I do believe we're approaching the utility bull run phase where, the meme coins had their days where they don't do anything and they were created as a joke. Like, for example, Dogecoin, literally created as a joke. And in 2021, it was one of the best performers, right? It went up almost 300x. And I think it did go up 300x from the lows of March 2020 to the highs there in 2021. Went from, just like insane, I think it was like a tenth of a penny, and it went up to like 75 cents, right, with that Saturday Night Live. But I think we're over the speculation phase. I think we're heading into the utility bull run, and with the Clarity Act, full-blown alt season here, altcoins spot ETF getting approved in the US left, right, and center. We're going to probably continue to see more of that as well into next week. Government shutdown potentially wrapping up here as well. And going into next week, like I said, the Clarity Act, everything is aligning, folks, perfectly. Global liquidity on the rise. We've got risk-on assets, series of rate cuts from the Fed. Giddy up. Things are about to get real interesting. This is more than likely going to be the biggest alt season of our lifetimes and could end up being the biggest one ever, in my opinion, in terms of multiplier effect. And when you start to guess, not even guess, when you start to wonder, like, how I'm making so much money, is this even legal? That'll probably be a sign that the end of alt season is near. All right, going in it there, it's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you on the next one.